Welcome in, everybody! I'm Erin. I'm your host for tonight's acrylic painting tutorial. As always, I'm the only host on this channel, so hi, it's me again. Yeah, welcome in. The idea behind tonight, in case anyone doesn't know, is I'll be teaching you step by step how to paint the painting to my right, to your right. I don't know what it is to me, but it's this one right here. This is a design I created about a week or two ago. I was thinking about the new year, what I wanted to kind of like put into a painting for a new year, and it was kind of about like letting go, making wishes for the new year. So we have someone like swinging on a swing, kind of swinging into a new year. We have some leaves kind of blowing away, like kind of letting go of things. And then lanterns can be symbolic of either letting go or wishing for new things as well. So lots of cute little symbolism things in here. I don't know. And it's just a nice bright painting. So that's what I wanted to do, just to send us off into the new year of 2021. So yeah, I hope you enjoy it. If you're here to paint, that's fantastic. If you're here to just hang out, that's fantastic too. You're welcome to just chat with everybody in the chat, have some fun on a Wednesday night. Usually we're Friday nights, but it's a Wednesday night tonight. So yeah, just enjoy yourselves. If you have any questions, let me know. That's the whole point. I can paint with you, I can teach you, I can answer questions as I go, all that good stuff. You can see I switched views here, so you can actually see what I'm painting. You can see the original piece and then just a little bit of my face as well. If you need me to zoom in or do anything with that, I can also do that as well, so let me know and I can move you around the painting and zoom in here as well, so anytime you need some help, let me know. In terms of the materials, you can always double check the materials by typing !supplies in the chat. It'll be like a little magic command function and it spits out all the little supplies there, so you can double check all your colors, your brushes, your canvas size and all that. But for me, I'll just explain here. I use 5 different paint colors. I use these large jugs of Academic Acrylic paint, so nothing fancy. It's just like the basic acrylic paint. I use red, yellow, phthalo blue, black, and white. And then for brushes, I use 5 different kinds. I have a large flat brush. I have a medium brown brush, my favorite. And then a small round brush. So any variety is fine. If you have different shapes or different sizes, that's okay, but I just recommend having a couple to choose from so that you can kind of use whatever you prefer. I have a cup of paint water. That's good to have, so you can kind of use that with your brush just to help wet it. It helps to have a wet brush when using acrylic paint. And then I have a paint palette. This is my iconic volcano plate. This is a plate I've used for 5 years, and I've stacked paint on top for 5 years, and it's a solid piece of palette here. You can use a paper plate or a professional palette, anything you like, but this just goes to show you can really use anything. Big boy. Ooh. What else? I have an apron on. Shout out Terry for the apron as always. Thank you so much. And I think that's about it. Not a whole lot. I slammed that so hard that my paintbrushes fell. Anyway. Okay, let's officially start. Sorry, this is too much fun to chat with everybody. It's been a while. So here's the painting. Again, you can see it on the right anyway, but we're gonna start in the galaxy area. So we have a nice black to begin with. We're gonna have some purple, pink, eventually orange, yellow. So again, if you want to change that up, you are more than welcome to. Maybe you're not into this transition of color. You maybe want to throw some teal in there or some greens or just anything else that you don't see. You're welcome to do any combination of color. Galaxies have lots of different bright colors all the time, so really do whatever you feel like. But for me, I'm going to start off with some black paint. I'm going to start off with a large flat brush. So you can grab that. You can dip it in your water. And you can grab some black paint. So it's been like a week since I've used these, so they're all fully clogged. This is going to be a great start. A great start. Let's just squeeze it out. Come on out. There we go. So a wet, large, flat brush, black paint. And I'm just going to stick this right along the top. So I'm not bringing it down too far. I know it looks like there's quite a lot of darkness coming down the painting, but we still have purple to add for that darkness as well. So keep that in mind. We don't want to be covering black like a third of the way down. We're just going to keep it kind of near the top so we have some purple that can darken up the top as well. The way I'm applying this is just by using kind of small brush strokes. You can see kind of going back and forth like this. You can kind of tap it on, anything like that. When we start to blend colors, it's going to appear nice and textured because all the colors are going to be blended by using small little brush strokes. So just to kind of continue that method, I'm going to do that for everything. So lots of small little brush strokes for lots of little textured areas. You'll see all the little ridges, which is personally what I like, so that's why I'm doing that. So something along those lines. Just right along the top, maybe a little on the edge, kind of coming down. And you can see you don't need to do a solid line. If anything, I purposely try and go kind of up and down, nice and jagged, so that when I blend, all the colors kind of blend in different areas. You're not going to have a solid line of color. You're going to have kind of just dips and curves coming up and down with all your different colors. So maybe just a little more down. There we go. That's fine. So I keep it nice and high up, and then that way I have lots of room for color after that. Open a window. Thanks, Lynn. We need to open something, Katie and I and anyone else without the back door. Exactly, yeah. Balcony door, that works. Canvas looks different than usual? What's different? Well, it's landscape. Is that what you mean? Is that what you're joking about? Is it square? Oh, no, it's not. It's, wait, is this one square? Nuh-uh. No squares here. Only rectangles. Only 16 by 20s forever and always. I thought you were memeing because it's landscape, but I guess not. Yes, window sounds good for me, too. Dirk, nice to see you. You were just gifted a sub earlier. Welcome in. How have you been? How are your holidays? Thanks for shouting at James. Or the patio door. Anything. I need to open something. Look square on my phone. Oh, weird. No, I swear to you it's landscape. 16 by 20. Yay! Oh, I love how you're all catching up. Keep catching up, everybody. That's always such a hard effect for me to create. AJ, just the first step, or you mean like overall what we're gonna be doing? I will open my mouth, just kidding. Let all the bad out. Welcome it all in. That's funny. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna move on in about half a minute. We want this black to still be wet. I'll just give everyone another half minute to keep painting there. Overall, okay, AJ, well, I hope I can give you some tips. If you run into any trouble as we're doing it, let me know. Maybe I can explain a little bit further, but I'll tell you a lot about what I'm doing in terms of blending and how to, like, yeah, get the effect, like the nice galactic look here. I have a couple different tips for you there. Spillis, hi all, new here. Welcome in, hi. I'm doing an acrylic painting tutorial right now. If you have any questions, let me know. You're welcome to stick around just to like hang out and watch, or if you want to paint along here, you can as well, but lots of people here just hanging out, so feel free to hang out on a nice Wednesday night with everybody. My internet is playing up, other than I'm all good. That's good, Wiki. I hope it stops playing with you. Opening all windows and back doors, right? Yeah, open all the places. Been great, solid gift set. Excellent. Oh, Dark, that's nice to hear. Hope it's going well. Where's my phthalo blue? There it is. No match, just now. Oh my god. Let it all out. Opens mouth. Ah. Lovely, welcome in. I just came in. Welcome in. I'm just doing an acrylic painting tutorial right now, so you're welcome to hang out just to watch, or if you want to grab some supplies, you can follow along with me. Yeah. Oh, I'll teach you the steps. Yeah, what are the steps? I'm teaching everyone right now. So we just put some black on the canvas. So what I'm doing now is I'm taking my large flat brush. I'm going to wash it off again. Just make sure there's no extra black on there. And I'm going to go to my plate and I'm going to start mixing my next color. So my next color is a nice dark purple. You can kind of see it within here. It's going to help us transition from black down to pink. And I'm going to mix my purple. So I'm going to use red and phthalo blue because I don't have purple pre-mixed because I just use my basic colors. So if you have purple, you can use purple if you want, but I will be mixing it up using red and blue. I'm just going to move my microphone a bit more. There we go. So about half red, blue. Sometimes I throw a little extra red in there because I like my purple a little more like royal purple toned rather than like a darker purple. So a little more red kind of gives me the, yeah, the tone that I like. But just straight red and straight blue, and then that way it stays nice and dark. Well, grab the canvas pad, so here we go. Yes! I'm psyched for you, Diz! Mike, 1 paint, 2 open mouth. Ah. Sometimes I do that just without knowing because I'm concentrating. I'm like, ah. Everyone kind of does that with different things, I feel. Just slowly the mouth opens. It's going great. Oh, good! Dark, I'm excited for you. I'm glad it's a positive thing. Okay, so what I'm doing, everybody, is I'm grabbing my purple, and you can see I'm applying that the same way. And you can see how dark it is. You can see there's barely any difference. That's why it's kind of, that's why it looks kind of funny in here in terms of very, very dark. It's actually still purple in here rather than black. So don't be fooled. This is all purple in here. So I'm doing the same thing. I'm doing these small little brush strokes kind of back, forth like this. They're like little X's. And then that way we get lots of texture. And I'm also trying to wipe these just a little on top of my black so that way they mix a little bit, right? Because we want it to blend. We don't want it to be a solid black area and then a solid purple area. We want them to mix around and blend a little bit. So just using your small brush strokes, kind of stroking into the black, back down again so you get some plain purple, you get some mixed purple, and it all kind of works together. I'm continuing to dip my brush in the water as well. I find with the kind of blending galaxies, I like to have more of a wet brush. I'm not necessarily really thinning down my paint, but just kind of, you know, just a little bit. That way it kind of mixes and blends a little bit better rather than having it super thick and blobby. So I'm constantly just like dipping in the water, tapping it off, grabbing some purple, adding it in. And I would say I bring this about a third of the way down. Again, I'm kind of wavering. You can see I'm not going straight across. I like to go kind of down a bit, up a bit. Again, that way it doesn't look like literal lines or literal sections of color. They're all going to interact with each other a little differently. So yeah, I'll bring it down a little more here, keep it higher here. Maybe like that. So about a third of the way, give or take, give or take. And again, all custom. If you really like purple, you can add lots of purple. If you hate purple, don't add it, or just add a little bit. It doesn't matter. And I'll just bring to your attention too that you can kind of see the brush strokes. That's the whole point. You can kind of see some lighter areas, some darker areas. That's the whole point. So if you're seeing that, that's good. I personally love that look for galaxies. It makes it look like there's kind of, you know, pockets of light coming through and just different shades of color. So I would keep going there. Wait, is the volcano all paint? It sure is. Yes. It's so it's all dried paint other than the paint that I just put on there. So I just put on these and they're all leaking down as a result. But all of this is solid paint. Yes. It started as a regular paper plate and then it grew and grew and grew and grew. And because it's like all the paint was getting centered in the middle, it started kind of coming down like a volcano. But yeah, it's 5 years of paint. It's pretty wild. Mm-hmm. Aaron Ross, oh please. This guy can't be beat. Yay, painting some happy little skies, right? Super thick and blobby. Did you see my picture? What? What are you talking about? Thank you very much. Oh, of course, you're welcome, AJ. Yeah, and I'll keep going. I'll keep talking to you about the other colors. I have lots more to add as well, so I hope it's working out for you. Hate purple never, right? Not me. Not me. I just know there are some in the world, you know, who might. Blasphemy hating purple, right? Purple gang, very good. K9, I see your whisper. I'll, Cool, cool. Yeah, I'll reply a little later. I got the gist of it. All good. Aaron, you're missing Ewok on Twitch today. Oh, am I? Oh, no! I'll hopefully catch him later. Every day is a good day when you paint. Yep, classic, classic. Purple is best. I agree. Doing good. Okay, that's good. I see. Hope it all goes okay, Dark. I'm glad you had a good Christmas, though. Don't have black using gold and purple. Exactly, yeah, Yakova. Whenever I don't have black, I just use a very, very dark purple, so lots of blue mixed in there, and I find that helps. It won't be quite as dark as what you see here, obviously, and of course when we do the silhouette, you might have a little bit of overlap. Kind of purple on top of purple, I mean, but you can kind of counter that by doing some nice highlights on top, just like I do in my original, and then that way you should be able to still see the tree shape, right? You'll still see all the little leaves and stuff with all the highlights. Mm-hmm. I see. Yeah, it makes sense. Oh, no. I don't have the hair, you see? Where's that hair? Need the hair if I want to be compared at all. I did dress up for Bob, though, Katie, on his birthday the other month. It was a lot of fun. So I had the hair for a day. I had a nice big wig. It was a lot of fun. All right, I'm gonna move on to our next step, everybody. So next step, I'm just doing a different color. So you can see I've moved down to pink as our next color. I wanted to do lots of pink right in the middle. All right, in the middle. So I'm gonna use my large flat brush. I'm gonna go back to my plate and I'm going to mix red and white together. That's gonna create a nice hot pink for me. Where's my white? There we go. White and red. And the more red you add, the darker the pink will be, the more of like a hot pink. If you want more of a light pink, you can add more white in there. Anonymous, thank you for the follow a little earlier. I just saw that. So I'm using lots of red and just a little bit of white. And again, a large flat brush. So once again, rather than blobbing the paint on, I really like to dip in the water a little bit. That helps it spread and helps it blend a little bit better when we start to go up to the purple. So you can see I'm just adding it for now, and I'm slowly working my way up to the purple. So that way I can get a nice clean area of pink without it mixing. And then I'll start to wipe kind of in between the purple and pink. My brush will pick up, see how it's happening? It picks up a little bit of purple, mixes it with the pink, and creates nice smooth transitions. So you can see I am going quickly. That's just because I'm used to this back forth, but you can go nice and slow. Seeing it starting to kind of blend it out a bit. And that's because the purple is still a little bit wet, so your brush is picking it up and moving it into the pink. Messily, apparently. You can tap if you want to. Some people like to tap their brush like this, and you can see that does the same thing. It's starting to move the purple around, mix it together. And all of those techniques create lots of texture, so that's really the main goal, creating all this nice texture in here. All these little brush strokes. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab more pink, dip in my water, do that again. And this is just my process. I really like the idea of adding the color first and then blending, so that way I get a nice clean area and then I can kind of mess around a little bit easier up here. I'm not as worried if things mix together or if my brush picks up a lot of purple because I have my clean pink down here already. So blending, blending, blending. If at any point you feel like it's not blending, maybe you're adding the pink and it just kind of rests on top and it doesn't move any of the purple, that just means your purple's a little bit dry. So in that case, you could add your pink, for example. Grab some of your purple on your brush, just a little bit, and use that to blend. You can use either color to blend. See that? And it just starts to combine a little bit better there. So you can always go back and re-add some color. If anything's a little dry or you just need more color to blend with, you can re-add however you like. That was magical. My grandmother went through the same thing. Gotcha. Need one of those toques with the beard attached? Mike, that's an idea. I know what you're talking about, and I love my toques, so maybe I will look for one. Yes, for sure, dark. Oh, what color's elk? That was red and white mixed together for the pink. Sent you a whisper for after do it. Okay, no rush. Didn't want. No worries, no worries. Thank you. Yeah, I saw it come through, and I know the gist of it, but I will. I'll message you a bit later. All good. That's good, dark. All right, continuing to add. And as a reminder, I'm still dipping in my water, still wetting my brush. Just helps it spread a little bit easier. And like I said before, I kind of like the idea of seeing a little bit of canvas through here and there. It makes it look like there's some light spots coming through personally. So if you like that as well, just keep wetting your brush here and there. You don't want it dripping, but just enough that it's kind of moving the paint around so that you can see the canvas underneath a little bit, like all the little brush strokes. There we go. And same thing, I'm purposely trying to go up and down. It helps me with blending when it's a little bit kind of up and down. That way everything looks a little more natural rather than just line, line, line. So I'm going to start to move some pink a little further. And I would say, again, I'm about halfway, maybe a little bit further down. I would say you want to be roughly halfway. We only have 2 colors after this. So unless you love your oranges and yellows, I would make sure you're about halfway down at this point so that you're not taking up the whole canvas with all of those colors later. All right, so for example, yeah, you can see it looks a little harsher right here. That's because the purple dried. So you can just grab a little bit of purple on your brush and use that to blend now. And I'm just going right on top of where that little transition area is. Stroking back and forth, bringing the purple down a little bit. And you can see, you can bring it down, mix it with the pink. It doesn't all have to stay in that one area. You can make little pockets if you want. And again, it makes it look a little more natural in my opinion, because it's all kind of mixing together like a galaxy would. There we go. It doesn't have to be a perfect transition. I like having those little pockets personally, but it's all up to you. There you go. Just gonna move that so the light isn't hitting it. Cool. That makes sense, Dark. It's probably best. I understand it's tough. But yeah. Yeah, it's obviously a very tough scenario, but for the safety of everybody, I think that's a good call. Alright, I'll give it a quick minute if you're still adding, and then we're going to add our next color. So our next color is going to be a nice bright orange on top of everything here on the bottom. That was the other thing. I wanted just something really bright for the last painting of the year. Oops, I moved that. Why did I do that? And yeah, I always look up kind of inspiration online. I was looking up just like galactic inspiration. I just wanted some galaxy colors, and I'd never done one that was kind of like warmer colors. I always lean towards teals, purples, and pinks. And this was a little bit different for me to have all the nice kind of yellows and oranges, all the very hot, warm colors, so glad everyone seems to like it. Jamie and I bought each other Christmas gifts. She got me a cute puzzle sings. Oh, cute! Fuzzy socks. Oh, that sounds really sweet. Very comfortable gifts. Very comfy gifts. 12 different puzzles? I love puzzles too. I bet she'll really appreciate that. Puzzles are so relaxing. I feel like a lot of people are kind of rediscovering puzzles through COVID as an activity. Oh, I've loved puzzles the whole time. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna go on to our next color. So I'm just washing off my brush here. Large flat again, it's the same brush as always still so far. And I'm going to mix together a nice bright orange. Bright orange. So lots of yellow, and I'm mixing a little bit of red in there. And I kind of use more yellow because I find that gives you a nice bright orange compared to using even amounts of red yellow or more red. You'll kind of get more of a very fiery orange that way, a very red orange. So lots of yellow, a little bit of red, that'll give you a nice bright one like you see on my original there. And again, that's the large flat brush I'm using. You can do puzzles in tabletop. Oh, can I? Girl, there's something about the physical puzzle though, because I really like to kind of keep them and then put them in a little poster frame and frame them. But that's good to know. Tabletop Simulator has everything. Ooh, Yakova, you're still kind of thinking of colors? What have you done so far? Colors are different. Can I snap a picture and send to you? You can tell me what color to do next. If you're able to type it in, that'd be appreciated. I can't really navigate a whole lot in terms of looking at photos of things. I can always help you after with that, Yakova. But in the meantime, if you want to tell me which colors you've done, I can give you some verbal recommendations right now. Puzzles and cats, not a good mix. I can't relate, I don't have cats. But I could imagine. Be weird not celebrating New Year's with people. Yeah, it's gonna be a little different, Charlene. I'll talk about that in a second. I've got some different ideas and plans, but yeah, it's gonna be weird. So I'm taking my orange, and it's the same thing, everybody. I'm kind of dipping my brush in the water, moving that orange around, allowing it to mix with the pink, so I'm stroking inside of the pink to help it blend together. And I'm leaving just a little bit on the bottom for yellow. You can kind of bring it close to the bottom, but I'm leaving just a little bit down here for our yellow as our last color. Wishing you a good evening, everyone. Happy New Year to all. Most of all, health to everybody. Of course, Lynn, yeah. Yeah, definitely, that's my top priority too. I keep saying to everybody, I hope you're having just a safe time, whatever you're doing. You know, if it's holidays or just relaxing or spending time with anyone, as long as it's safe, that's what I'm all for. Orange, orange, orange. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you agree on the puzzles, Grove? Do you save them as well? Do you, like, put them in little frames and stuff? It's just such an accomplishment, you know? I would hate to be like, game over, shut down, puzzle's gone. It's a different feeling having it right in front of you. So again, just adding that orange, getting a nice bright color on there, and then I'll start blending it a little bit more. You can see my pink got a little bit eaten up there. That means it wasn't really blending. See how the orange kind of piled on top? So I'm just going to go back and re-add some pink on my brush and use that to help blend. Because it doesn't matter the order. See, it starts to kind of cover it a bit. You can move the pink down a little. Every painting will be different. Mm-hmm. Sounds good, Christy. Oh yeah, Diz, that's interesting. Like a gold purple salmon. Ooh, okay. You could definitely do what I'm doing then if you want to do something similar. You could go to kind of like a lighter purple if you want first, but otherwise going straight into pink would be fine, and then just kind of going from where I am here. See you, Christy. Most often? Cool. Me too. Yeah, I don't even like putting them back in the box. I'm like, display this. I want everyone to see. Staying inside with the husband and my son. And your show's cool. That sounds like a good time, Lynn. Yeah, I get it. It's tough not to be able to see everybody, but we live in a virtual world right now, too, you know, where we could kind of do that. I will probably be online for at least a portion of it, like in Discord or doing something. Not streaming, but just hanging out and playing games, so that's just an option for everybody there. So still just using my brush to blend those two areas. So you can see lots of little brush strokes, tapping, whatever works for you. Poppy! Good afternoon, Erin. Rest of the Bun family. This is beautiful already. Thank you! Really nice to see you. I hope your holidays were good, nice and relaxing. I'm only back for this one tutorial this week, and then I'll be fully back next week, but I'm so glad you're here! Yeah, again, I hope your holidays were good. Put every puzzle in finished frame, or we'll be covered in puzzle frames. Yeah, to be fair, I don't do puzzles all the time, so I have a limited number that I would have to put up. Mm-hmm. Just caught up, had to put— oh, no worries, okay, if I can repeat anything, let me know. We've just been doing all our different colors, though. Same technique the whole way through. Okay, I think that's good for blending there, so I'll leave this for another quick minute, and then we're moving on to our last color. I'll write in my bullet journal to finish the year and to start a new one. That's like all I've been doing the past 2 days is bullet journaling, Lynn, honestly. Just diving in, just doing all my beautiful spreads. I've been loving it. I'm probably going to do that after too. I'll probably game and do some bullet journaling at the same time. It's so relaxing, and I haven't filled anything out yet. I'm just getting all the layouts done, and I'm going to fill it all, and it's going to be the best part. Mm-hmm. It is time. Holidays have been good so far. Too much food indulging, but good. Same. Same. Very big same, Poppy. Yeah, my stomach was not happy with me. It was, I was playing games with it was playing games with me. Too much food. That's all it was. But it's good, though. It's good. Love Ravensburg. Probably was miss doing them. Got what I'm dying to do. 10k pieces! Oh my gosh. I think I usually do like 1,000, maybe 2. Not 10k. How do you do it? Yeah, no space. Oh my gosh. That'd be my whole floor space. I'd have to walk over the puzzle all the time. Cats and puzzles aren't the best mix. Everyone supports this idea. Not me, I forgot my bullet journal. Oh, okay, okay. Where is it, Lynn? Would you say that the completed background is a good place to pause? Probably, yeah, Sarah. You can really pause anywhere, but yeah, if anything, finishing the background would be good because that way you have everything blended together for sure. Yeah, we got one more, and then if you needed a little break, that's totally fine. Cats love puzzles. Everyone seems to know. Mm-hmm. So do dogs? Oh, yeah? I have a hard time with puzzles of 100, Oh, really? Yeah, I think usually mine are a couple thou. Not to brag or anything, but dang, 10k though. Okay, so just letting everyone know I'm going on to the last color. Our last color is yellow, but to really brighten up the yellow, as always, I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. So I'm using my large flat brush. Just gonna pour a little more. And I'm mixing lots of yellow with just a little bit of white. So that's gonna really brighten it up and make it kind of stick to the canvas a little bit better. I find the yellow is quite transparent otherwise, so just a little white in there will help brighten it. See, it looks nice and bright. So same as always, I'm just applying that first and then I'll blend it, especially the yellow because it's such a light color. If you were to start blending this immediately, your brush is going to get some orange on it and it might kind of dirty up the yellow, which is okay. But I just like to kind of safely put on the yellow first. That way I know I have some nice bright spots that'll stay nice and bright and yellow. And then I can start to blend after that. So now that I have my yellow on, I'm going into the orange, doing my little brush strokes, and you can see my brush picks it up, moves the orange around, moves it down into the yellow. You can move the yellow up into the orange, all of the above. Was I could sit in it and they adopted my cat. Well, yeah, not gonna chance. Not good at puzzles. Oh no! Puzzles aren't for everybody. I love them. I could do them all day. Don't know how to stop once I start one. That's my problem. That's what I mean. I could do them all day. I have a 3D puzzle. I haven't done those. Not attempted it yet. Not sure how to approach it. Yeah, it's kind of a different vibe, isn't it? I'll stick with my 2D. I barely have enough room for art supplies. Can't imagine a puzzle. Yeah, there are little roll-up things that you can get though. Like it's like a yoga mat kind of, it looks like, and you just kind of unroll it, put the puzzle on, then when you're all done, you roll it back up. Handy. Find a kind hello always works. That was a good approach. Years ago, I lifted the Lord of the Rings. Was gifted a Lord of the Rings puzzle to my mom. It may have been 1,000 pieces or more, but there ended up being one piece from the middle missing. No! No! That's the worst! Get to the end, you realize there's one gone. Yeah, I'd blame the cats. That sounds like a cat move right there, taking the one and hiding it. Oh no! Okay, see that all mixing together there? I'm just gonna play with it a bit more. Love my puzzle mat. Oh, so Groki has one. There you go. Oh, Lynn wishing Gray a good happy new year. Got my sister Game of Thrones Monopoly for her birthday. Oh, fun. Star, what yellow is that? The yellow I have is too light. Oh, interesting. Mine is called bright yellow. Just quite literally bright yellow. From the Start Academic Acrylic. I would say like primary yellow, if there's a primary yellow or just straight yellow. I think those would work. To darken it, you could try and add like a tinge of red to it. It'll make it more of a golden yellow. I'm not sure if that's what you'll be looking for, but you could try just a little bit. And you might kind of get that when you start mixing it with the orange anyway. You can see how it makes this kind of golden yellow in here. So you could try that, maybe just add less yellow, and then that way the light stuff is very much at the bottom, and then you'll have kind of the yellow-orange mixture closer to the top. Try that. Wow, that's bright. Henry, nice to see you. Uh-huh. It's very bright. It's very fiery today. Mm-hmm. How's it going? Definitely cat move. Thank you all the best to your family. That's very my old roommate and her fan would steal a piece. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. Then they'd be the last. Oh, that's to take that from you after all the work. Be like, last one. Awful, Diz. Awful. I have one of those. I haven't used it in like 5 years. Oh, yeah? Yeah, they seem very, very useful. Oh, you got letters. Oh my gosh. Brittany, thanks for the follow. MDOmon, thanks for the follow earlier. RC, thanks for the follow. I just saw you there. Oh, it's so sweet, you guys. Noodle dance, noodle dance. Jen, you're late. No worries. If I can help you with anything, let me know. Thank you, Penny. Hedo just finished making dinner. No worries. Want to pop in? Of course, Mickey. Yes, Mish, Mickey. Of course. I'll watch for you too. Again, I know you had your first or second stream maybe recently. I'll watch for you as well. Have a good dinner. Cool, had a good day in nature. That sounds good. I like that, Henry. Cool. Do you have snow where you are or not yet? Right, you do that to me too. I was not a happy camper. Yeah, that's so rude. I tell them off. I tell them off. Aw. Sandy, hey! Hello, Travis and I just wanted to pop in real quick, say hi, Happy New Year, Aaron. Oh, Travis, Sandy, and family, Happy New Year. Glad you're here. Thanks for coming in to say hi. Hope you had a great holiday. Hope you had lots of baked goods, as I'm sure you did, because I know you like to bake. Yeah, we're like, just waking our way through the tutorial here. You can see we have the nice background. We'll do some stars coming up next. Feel free to hang out, but if you gotta go, all good. Thanks for coming in. No worries, Jen. That's okay. It'll be available on Twitch right when I'm done. You can actually restart the video right now if you want, Jen, and kind of catch up if you wish. And if you have any questions, you can let me know too. I'm happy to help you. Otherwise, it'll be on YouTube soon. 3 days, then it melted. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maybe that's what you're into, but I like the snow to stay. We've got lots of snow here now, so I'm very happy. Yay! Still have tons of baked goods. That makes sense. I know you didn't post a lot recently, but you were doing Christmas baking like weeks ago, and I was like, man, if this is any indication of what you'll have closer to Christmas, holy moly, you're gonna have a lot to go through. So that makes sense. Feel like sharing, right? Want to send us all a cookie? Do you have 124 cookies? I like snow. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you embrace it. A lot of people don't, Henry, so when I talk about it, they're like, blah, 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 but I love it. I know it's not the point, but you could paint a massive s'more in the stars. That looks like a lovely campfire. Just a big stick with a big mushroom, or not a mushroom, excuse me, marshmallow coming on. Why did I say mushroom? Just 2 sticks. Doot, doot. Different kind of painting. Poppy, that would be fun. That'd be fun to take my tutorials and like halfway through just completely change it, you know? Follow most of the way and then just like, no, it's now a campfire scene. I see it, I see it. I can totally envision it. Alright, I gave you a couple extra minutes just for that last color, just in case anyone was catching up. But yeah, we've got all our nice colors in the sky on now, so what I'd like to do next is do some stars, because we have a huge, huge area of all these beautiful splattered stars. Again, I don't know why I keep moving this, I need to zoom instead. Look at all these little dots. So as usual, we use 2 different techniques for the stars. We'll use first a very messy technique where we splatter the stars on, and then we will manually add stars, which are these kind of medium-sized ones. So they're a little bit brighter. That'll give you some customization elements as well. If you want to organize them in certain ways or do little like constellations and whatnot, you can do that. But for now, it's going to be very messy and splattered. So let's zoom out, keep you there, and we can do it. So I'm going to use my medium round brush now. I would grab that, switch out your large flat for a medium round, and we're going to water down our white paint. So I'm dipping in the water and grabbing white and kind of mixing it on my plate. So I'm trying to water down the paint. So dipping in the water, mixing into my white paint, letting it liquefy a bit. I don't think I'd like a mushroom on a s'more, but you do you. I do not. Mushroom, marshmallow, similar words, right? Very different things, but similar words. Lynn, bye-bye, Aaron. See you next... Oh, see you next year, Lynn. Oh my gosh, I'll see you next year. Have a great evening. I know you came here for the floating tree, but we're going to do s'mores now. Yeah, just hard switch for everybody. So watering down white. And then what I'm going to do is once I have lots of that watery white on my brush, I'm going to start flicking it. So I'm using my index finger. I'm going to pull back, and then I'm going to let it go. Did you see a little bit come off? Just a little came off, but it was, it worked. There it goes. You saw that happen right there. So again, watery white paint on the brush. getting messy on my plate already. Pulling back with your finger and then flicking and letting it fly. And I'm going everywhere. Everywhere. Ooh, nice big one there. So again, nice and messy, but worth it. I think it's a nice little technique, a nice little look for the galaxy. There it goes. Woo-hoo-hoo! If you want to be nice to your neighbor, if you're painting beside somebody, just kind of use your arm to block. I'm going to use that to block so it hopefully doesn't go all over my computer screen. There we go. And we're going to start filling this up a lot. See you, Lynn! Mushroom, marshmallow, close enough? Tastes the same? Ooh, not quite. Imagine you just gave someone a s'more and instead of a big mushroom, or a big marshmallow, there's a big mushroom there. Chomp. Yuck. Not good. Same to you, Lynn. Yakova, is it saved? I have to eat dinner, we'll come back. Yeah, so, you can restart the video at any time as I'm live here, and then it will be posted to YouTube later, Yakova. So yeah, it is definitely saved. Thanks, Arky, and welcome in. How's it going? I'm doing an acrylic painting tutorial right now. Do you paint at all? I'm gonna do this some more here. Some more? Ah, I got s'mores on the mind now. LOL. Who wants to send some s'mores over? Gotta be careful up here. So yeah, I like splattering a lot. I really like to fill up the entire galaxy, so I'm just gonna go for a couple more minutes probably, at least a minute or two more. Just splatter, splatter, splatter everywhere. Love doing stars this way, get them all over the time. I know. Especially me. I don't know. Oop, battery's exhausted. Whoopsie, whoopsie. Back to this. I'm exhausted. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Yay. Yeah, you can see the screen right behind. This is like my computer screen, so if anything whizzes by, it's on the screen. So that's why I'm trying to be like nice and close. That's the other thing, everyone. I get nice and close to the canvas, and then that way there's less room for the splatters to fly off of the canvas. So just bring it nice and close as well. But yeah, can relate, Poppy. Oh my gosh. And of course my volcano plate doesn't help because it's all slanted, so any liquefied paint starts to roll down, and that's always a mess too, so it's a lot that I have to deal with for mine. Okay, that's probably enough there. See how covered that's getting? And I got lots of big splatters this time too. I don't know what was up. So consistency of the paint kind of affects it, I guess. So if you have more liquidy paint, it might come off a little bit smaller. I think I was using a little bit more of a thick consistency, so less water and more paint. And I started to see more like this happening. So I have a good variety on here now, but you can still see lots of small little splatters everywhere. Ooh, so pretty. Oh my gosh. I just love it. So I'll give everyone a minute or two if you're still working on that, and then we're going to manually add stars as well. And get a nice mixture of both. You might get an accidental shooting star through this. You can see some of these are kind of more of like splatters coming down, so you can either embrace those or you can wipe them away. It's all up to you. You're just flicking the bristles. Yes, exactly. Yeah, and just pulling back on the bristles. I'll show you one more time. Here's the bristles. I go whoop, and then go. Lots of different ways to do it though. You can smack it against your hand. I find that even messier, so I don't usually do that myself because it might flick onto the camera. Some people use toothbrushes. Lots of different things, yeah. Yeah, you're welcome, Yakova. Oh yeah, of course, Katie, yeah. That's what it's there for. Let me... There you go. Join the Discord. It'll take 10 minutes to allow you in, just to prevent spam. Not to say you will, but other people do. And then, yeah, there's lots of different channels. There's an art share channel if you're looking to share some art, and there's lots of channels for different questions and help and things. So, yeah, feel free to explore. Anyone ever open the back of a marker, one's like Crayola or fabric type center holding ink, and blow the other end to create a splatter? No! That sounds scary. What if you suck in a little bit by accident? Yikes, yikes. Cool technique though. No, I never did that. You like had to hack into the back a little bit? That would be tough. Blow on the ink, huh? I have not. Sounds like a fun idea though. I think Sleeps is having a s'mores party. What does that mean? Is he giving out s'mores to everybody? I'd like a s'more. Okay, Erin, my paint doesn't blend as beautifully as yours. Also, for the record, the cats are always innocent. Oh, really? Coming in for the cat's defense. Interesting. That's funny. Which kind are you using, Jules? Like, which brand, if you don't mind me asking? S'mores party at Sleeps. I'm down. Having everyone over around the campfire. For the other stars, can I use Poscus? What's that? What's that, Elk? Yeah, you gotta be careful not to get it in your breath. Right? I know. I feel like I'd like breathe in by accident and just... that wouldn't be good. Okay, I'm gonna start doing some manual stars now just as I catch up with chat here. So manual stars, again, are the larger stars that you see. You have more control over them. They're not as messy. So I'm just gonna start filling up more space with those. So for those, I just use my small round brush or just any tiny brush that you have. And I just dip straight into the white paint. You don't need to water it down this time. You can just use the paint as is. And very straightforward, all you're doing is dotting them on. So you're just like pressing the tip of the brush against the canvas and allowing the little dots to come off. And I just put those, again, everywhere. I would say I mostly stick to the darker spots just because that's where they're going to show up a lot better. Rather than, you know, wasting time down here because you don't see them quite as much. So I really stick up here and start to move them down. And as a reminder, this is kind of your chance to really customize if you want to do a nice little constellation or a nice little symbol in the sky, like a nice little hidden object or shape. That's always fun. So feel free to get creative with that. Otherwise, I'm just dotting. And then I know some people prefer to actually use the other end of the brush, so I'm using the bristly end, you know, the part you usually paint with, but some people use the wooden or plastic end. And that way they can just dot it right on and it creates the perfect little circle every time. It'll be a consistent size though. That's, I guess, the only downfall is that it's a consistent size. And I personally like to do different sizes. I kind of press a little harder if I want a larger circle or press a little lighter for a smaller one. And you can't really do that with the other end of the brush. And then the other, I guess, negative is that you have to re-dip every time. So if you're using the other end of the brush, you'll have to dip and then dab, dip and dab. The bristles, in comparison, hold more paint, so you can do a lot more kind of at the same time. You can see I'm just tapping a bunch of times here with the same amount of paint on the brush. Now it's starting to fill up. So Erin, I don't know if you saw on Discord, my husband got me an easel. Yes, I did! It was like a kind of flip back and forth in a way. Kind of held paper, it looked like too. Travis and I used it for the first time. He said on one side. Exactly, yeah, flipping, exactly. One side, me on the other. It didn't take long for us to christen it with paint. I know. It's, I don't know if you felt that, Sandy, but the first couple little bits of paint on it, you're like, oh no, and you like want to wipe it off, but that's good that you're saying kind of christening it with paint, because it's gonna happen, and it just adds character, you know? You can see all my little paint starting to stack up here. It's gonna be impossible to keep it clean, so you might as well embrace it. But yeah, I saw. Let's not go for s'mores. Oh, did he? Oh, I must have missed that. I see. He's always doing fun things like that. I think they have the last board meeting. Have a last? I think they have a last board meeting. Who knows? Maybe there's more secret ones I don't know about. If it's the last stream, do board meetings only happen during streams, Groki? I guess that's the question. Because more could happen before the end of the year. I don't know. Like fire, so beautiful. Thanks, Chuck, yeah. That was kind of what I thought, kind of like a glowing from within type vibe, yeah. Ewok, hello! Sorry the alert didn't go off because I'm doing a tutorial, but I see you in the little dashboard. Welcome in! I was told you were doing Twitch things and I'm sad I missed it! I was like, I might come in later if he's still going! Welcome in though, what did you sing? Tell us all about it. And shout out to Ewok, our friend Ewok. There you are. Oh, thank you, Groki. You got 2 there. Just gonna catch up on the rest of the chat and I'll keep chatting with you. Don't know how enough about Constellation to manual stars tend to get powered. Oh, okay, okay. I see. You could always look one up. You can just do fun shapes too, like a little happy face or a heart or anything like that. Just anything is fun, if you want. Lumpy, welcome in. Yes, you were gifted a little bit earlier. Hope your holidays were great, Lumpy. Playing some Minecraft maybe, just chilling out. Hope it was all good. Dip and dab sounds like a dance, right? Start dancing. Dip and dab. It could be a thing. It could be the new TikTok dance. We gotta come up with an actual, like, dance for it, though. Would you use a paintbrush in the dance? I don't know. Dip and dab. Last boarding for the year, I'm not sure. We back. Yes, welcome in, miss the whole— Me too, I know! I didn't know this was happening. So beautiful. Oh, good, I'm glad you heard it, Wookie. Sang a lot of Disney. Of course, okay. Did you have a favorite Ewok that you sang? I know you usually leave it up to the people, but I'm always curious about, like, what you want to sing, you know? You're always good about getting people to vote, but I want to know what makes your heart sing, you know? Kellyanne! Hi, Erin! Just popping in to say hi. Hi! We'll be painting this one another time, people. Thanks, Kellyanne! I'm so happy to see you again! I hope your holidays were great. I hope you have a great new year if I don't talk to you before then, because that's a couple days away. But thank you. I'm just adding a couple more stars here, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Nice to see you! First year Niagara won't have New Year's. Right? Yeah, it's pretty weird, huh, Charlene? Grand Lady Bun, I thought of you when I was watching Cool Bob Bar— Oh, really? I think I've seen that. You said Boob Ross, but I assume you mean Bob Ross. I watched a little bit of that. It was interesting. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I saw it too, Wookie. Miko, hello. How's it going? Got hardly any sleep last night, unfortunately. So oh, okay. I gotcha. Hope everything's okay, Ewok. I don't know if you were, like, busy having fun or if it was just, like, insomnia type stuff. Laptop died, use my phone. No worries, Jasmine. If I can help you with anything, let me know. Spent the last 4 days playing. Have severe food— No! Really? Oh, Lumpy, shoot! Was that from, like, a holiday dinner or just random stuff? Oh no, that's not a fun game to play. Barely coming back. Yeah, I know. That sucks. I'm glad it was only food poisoning, though. At least it was just, like, one and done, you're out. You know what I mean? That's the positive side to look at it, maybe. You're just, like, over it now. You can move on. Anyway, that's too bad. I'm sorry, Lumpy. I hope it didn't wreck whatever meal. And whenever I get food poisoning, it kind of wrecks the food that gave me the food poisoning. You know what I mean? Like, I had a wrap at one point from a specific, like, pita spot. It was like a pita wrap. Never went there again. Even though it was just a one-time thing. Just wrecked it forever. Otherwise, I was planning on a long stream. I see, Ewok. Do you think you'll do another one before the end of the year? Travis and I are going to find a movie to watch. Okay, sounds good. Enjoy, Sandy and Travis. Thanks for popping in. Boob Ross is something else, right, hipster? Like, wait a sec. Saying a few of my favorites. Poor Unfortunate Souls. Oh, yes. Oh, I've been waiting for that one, actually, Ewok. I know a few people kept suggesting it in other streams. Poor Unfortunate Soul. That's like a lot of energy. Yeah. A lot of oomph. Evermore. My Way? You sang My Way? Oh, get out. That VOD's getting hit up tonight. My Way. Oh, I don't even want to attempt that. It's such a big one. Do. Yeah. Oh! I can't wait to see you walk. I'm jealous I missed it. I wouldn't mind being known as Boob Ross. Alright, Todd. Is that what you want? Change your name. Pull a Cindy, change your name. The one on the Biographics channel. I don't know, Lumpy. It was just on YouTube. I don't know who initially put it on, but it was all over on, I think it was on the official Bob Ross YouTube channel, from what I remember. It was only about an hour long. Check Google image. Don't do that. TJ, welcome in! No, man, it's just a tutorial. That's what it's all about. How's it going? Wasn't ready. Bad pineapple juice. Oh, okay. Well, pineapple juice isn't a huge loss in my opinion. See, yeah, hipster knows. Oh, but then you started going back. I see. Kwick, thanks for the follow. Tara, thanks for the follow. Callie, thanks for the follow. Welcome in, everybody. He also did Make a Manatee. Ooh, that one's fun. That one's fun. But listen, the energy of My Way Energy of poor unfortunate souls, those ones get me. Oh no, I know how Twitch works. Yeah, you can do Discord, that's true. Twitch or nothing. You warned me, right? You made Aaron Ross put in the Discord? Katie, get out of here! I can't wait to see that later. Oh my gosh. I thought the hokey pokey and you turn yourself around is what it's all about. Clap clap. It is what it's all about. Pull a Cindy. Yep, that's what we're calling it now. Hello. Hi K-Wick, how's it going? I'm doing an acrylic painting tutorial right now. Feel free to join in to paint, join in just to watch, join in to chat, whatever you like. I do these all the time. Welcome in. He did all the voices of that song, but he always says something, right? Yes, I've heard. Like, I've seen and heard. I've been there. I've been there. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next step, then I'll catch up on a couple comments here. So next what we're going to do, everybody, is just the silhouette of this floating tree, this floating island here. So I'm just gonna look at the general shape. We have kind of this triangle. It's a nice straight black line on the top, kind of comes down into a point, just a very shaky point. And then I'll go through the tree. So let's start with just the base here. I'm going to use this medium round brush. And I'm using black paint. So I kind of put my little floaty island off to the left. You can center it if you want or put it somewhere else. But the reason I stuck it on the left is because we can have things floating away, right? So kind of keep that in mind. We want some space for things to float away. So I'm gonna go maybe about a third of the way up, like right around here. I'm gonna start with just as straight a line as possible. Something like that. It goes maybe just below, not below, just about halfway there, so maybe a little bit tighter than halfway. You can always start a little smaller too if you're not sure. It's easier to make things bigger rather than smaller. Trying to keep them on nice little tips at the ends here. You can see I'm using the tip of my brush and just kind of sprawling out a bit. And I'll do this 5 more times because I'm a perfectionist and I want it exactly right. No, I'm just kidding. I'll try not to. There we go. And then I'm just bringing it down to a point in the middle. So you can see just nice and shaky on the way down, nice and shaky on the way down. Something like that, as if it's been like ripped from the ground almost. That's what I wanted it to be like it literally floated away. We'll add some root systems and stuff a little later. But yeah, coming down to a point in the middle, just nice and jagged all the way up, and you can fill it with black. Okay, so back to comments here as I fill in Ewok. I won't be able to do another stream tomorrow, heading back to parents. Oh, okay. All good. Well, yeah, I'll check out the VOD. Obviously, there's the new year. It's not like this is the last time to stream ever, so I'm sure I'll see more streams in general after, but I understand Twitch sings. It's going away, unfortunately. Would you ever do some Discord stuff, Ewok, like, for singing? Just because I know Twitch sings going away is kind of a bummer. Kind of wrecks that whole thing. That would be fun. I would totally tune into that. Yep, here I go. See, I'm just gonna... Every time I say I'm not gonna do it, I do it 5 more times. And you know what? The camera angle's a little off, so maybe it's straighter. I don't know. We're gonna leave it like that, though. Try to find some good new music, but the DJ's playlist I usually borrow from wasn't more music, so I had to investigate and see if she was live. Did you find her, TJ? Starting to feel like Cindy. That's a sin. Doing some painting. Hey! It's me! I'll play some music later. Don't you worry if you want to watch my Spotify. That's interesting to me that people listen in like that. I think it's fun. I love the idea that I can share music with people because that's what I did on Twitch, right? It was nice to be able to like listen to what I wanted and talk about it and stuff. So it's still available on Discord. I'll play some later for you. Glad you enjoyed last night's. No worries, Katie. Thanks so much for popping in. It was really nice chatting with you. Maybe we'll see you again. Glad I found this. Love it. Yay! To start out painting. Yeah, of course, K-Wick. Yeah. I don't know if you're painting along right now, but if you are, I hope you're enjoying. And if not, I hope you enjoy when you do. But yeah, this is the whole idea. Just encouraging everyone to get painting. Pull a Cindy. Of course, I'm gonna defend cats. These acrylic paints from Hobby Lobby, call it Anita's. Oh, I've never heard of that. It's just the yellow doesn't. Okay. I mean, that makes sense, Jules, because every yellow I've ever tried is quite transparent. Even the one I have, and again, I use the white to kind of make it a little bit brighter, but it's all about using kind of your supplies and working with how they work. And yeah, yellow paint, I still haven't found a good yellow paint, so we're in that one together at least. Try some yellow, or try some white in there rather. Try a little bit of red to make it more golden tone. Both of those might work. Okay, so I'm going to start to add some little roots as I continue to catch up, everybody. So I'm just using a teeny tiny brush here with some black paint and just kind of dragging down. I'll zoom you in actually so you can really see what I'm up to. So just using the very tip of the brush, and I like to just do a shaky little line kind of coming off like this, coming to a nice little tip. So using a little bit of extra pressure at the start, then releasing pressure as you go. And then I just kind of split it in maybe 2 or 3, just kind of bringing a couple extra lines off. And I think that's enough to make it look like a root. So then I go on to another one. Split, split, split. You can add as many or as few as you like. If you don't like the roots, of course, don't add them. But again, I like the idea that it was like torn from the ground. It's all floating away. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yep, Cindy knows. Yellows are always difficult. Last Erin stream ever. Dude, why do you keep saying that? I feel like I'm not saying anything like that. I'm being so careful, Grove, because I scared people when I said last toot the other time. I was like, will be our last toot coming up? And I was like, you're stopping the toots? No, just for the year. Oh my gosh, I don't want anyone scared. And you can see I like to do small little roots too, just like small little flicks of my brush to get small little bits coming off. Made me sad thinking about their... No, it's not happening. Twitch sings. Yeah, I think that's right? They're getting rid of Twitch sings, not Twitch strings. Oh my gosh. This is what happens when I take a week off, or a week and a half. I can't speak anymore. Twitch strings, LOL. Yay, it's you! I'm the DJ. Last stream ever. Stop! Stop with this false advertising. This is not what the board should be doing. Will you sing for us later as well? No! Are you talking to Ewok? You're not talking to me, because I won't be doing that. I've never said that. I've never implied that's a thing. And again, y'all don't want to hear it. Erin Bun DJs. New Discord name. That'd be cool second channel. There's a lot of channels I can make, apparently. We get a lot of Erin Bun does anything. I'll just change the Discord name here and there. How about that? Okay, there's my root system. I'm just going to zoom out again so you can see it all together. Without tilting it, hopefully. Come on up. There we go. A little off center, but that's okay. So I'll give a quick minute if you're still going. Then we're gonna work on the tree together. If not s'mores, there weren't in the stars. This could definitely be inside Mount Doom with ring falling. Ooh. Reaching out. No! Tomorrow's last day for Twitch things. There we are. Painting change up again, right? I need someone to do this. I need somebody to to do half of the painting, then just be like, screw it, I'm doing my own thing. It would be so cool to see like the completely different rendition, right? I kind of want to do it. Dog, hi, how's it going? Just an India's person. You see it too, right? Was very expensive, I guess, for Twitch, while the gains viewer engagement was much more limited. Maybe. I assumed it was just because of all the DMCA stuff going on. I figured it was just, that's the way it is. They know they have to get rid of Twitch things now. Can you say hi? Oh my god, I said hi. Mm-hmm. I'm also doing a tutorial right now, dog, so I'm not really super active in the chat. I'm trying my best to teach everybody and also, you know, catch up when I can, so I appreciate your patience, but welcome in. It's supposed to start other music options. Oh, really? Interesting. Probably part of their campaign to make Twitch officially profitable by 2022. Their campaign. Vote for Twitch 2022. It's a DMCA, pretty sure. How do you go back? Oh, so by going to my videos, so you can click my username, Yakova, and then a video tab will pop up, and you can click this current video that's running, and then that way you can kind of scroll through and yeah, go back if you need to. Just roll with it thanks to the follow Tara and dog. Alerts aren't hot popping up because of the tutorial, but I see you in the dashboard. Thank you. Twitch paid out 7 cents per song played. Oh, really? So it was legal. Oh, so they did do the right thing. Wow. Just expensive. Gotcha. Yeah, like you said, if it doesn't pull like viewership engagement, they're just like, scrap it. I was thinking today that for April Fools, you could do reverse Sandra supports and give awful. But she already gives awful advice. What are you talking about, Cindy? It would be a reversey that I would give actually good advice. That would be the twist. That would be the April Fool's joke. Okay, I'm gonna start the tree, everybody. I'm just trying to unclog my paint jug. Again, it is clogged. Oh, gross. Oh, gross. There we go. So I'm going to use my medium round brush for the tree. So I've got that ready to go. And I'm using black paint. Black paint. And I'll start us off with just a trunk and a couple branches, and then we can add the leaves after. So just one little step at a time. So medium round brush. And I'm kind of flattening it against my plate, so I kind of wiped it, and then that way all the bristles line up a little bit better so I can get a thinner line. Even though this tree isn't the thinnest, I like to start with very thin lines and then thicken as I go. So I'm going to go just to the left of the middle here, so we have room for the girl swinging. And I'm doing a nice straight up and down line. It's going to end like just before the black here. So you can see it starts thin, but I'm going to thicken it a little bit just by stroking either up to down or down to up, because I want a nice strong trunk on the tree. And yeah, you can see it's wider at the bottom. It's important to make a nice wide base where the root system is. And it gets a little bit thinner as it comes up. So try your best to do that. Make it a little bit wider at the bottom, thinner on the top. Hard having all the YouTube users the same for. I know, right, Poppy? Oh my gosh. I use the same one. I found one that's fine, and I use the same one. So cool. Mine almost looks like Spanish. Ooh, cool, Jasmine. I hope you post it somewhere. Erin, I totally rock the roots coming out. Yes! Out of the tornado of my painting. Nice, nice, nice. That's cool. I love them. I think they're so neat. I'm glad you like yours too. Plus you have a whole separate team constantly developing. Right, of course. Yeah, it was kind of their own thing, I guess. One might think they could fix a license for all music. You would think. You would think. If it happened for Twitch Sings, perhaps, but who knows? Thanks so much, Erin. Planning on doing this over the weekend. No worries. Best to all in the new year. Stay safe. Careful out there. Love Spain. Thank you, Penny. You too. I hope you enjoy whenever you get to it this weekend. And yeah, Happy New Year to you as well. Stay safe and all that good stuff. Thanks for coming. Oh, you're welcome, Diz. I'm glad. I suspected, to be fair, I also want my investment to be profitable. Right. Yeah, I guess that's the thing. They have people to worry about exactly investors and all that. Grandma, welcome in! Hello, Erin and Chad. I'll be painting this tomorrow. Good to see your face. You too, Grandma! Really nice to see you. I saw a few posts from you in Discord. I hope you had a really great holiday. Yeah, I'm back online just once this week, and then I'll be fully online next week. I appreciate you popping in. Okay, I'm gonna do some branches now, everybody. So I have my trunk sitting here, so now I just need to do some branches. So same idea, I'm just using the tip of the brush. I kind of wiped on the edge of the plate a little bit so that my bristles are lined up a little bit better. And all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the tip of the brush, I'm gonna follow up my tree and just kind of split away. So I'm gonna split to the right, for example. You can see I start to bend over, you know, a little more horizontal, but at the start, it's just kind of splitting away. I kind of think of them as V shapes. That way it looks a little more natural rather than starting somewhere and just going straight out. You're kind of going up and then over. That's kind of my trick there. Makes it look a little more natural, like it's splitting away. So I did this one first because I wanted one that was about halfway up, coming to the right so that we can put the swing here. So that was just the important one that I wanted to get on there. And yeah, now I can do a little bit more. So I'll do one maybe coming up here. This one maybe comes a little further up, for example. Let's do one right here. Another one here. You can see just kind of they're all working their way up. Maybe a little short guy right there. Yeah, that's fine. And then you can just add small little branches on those. So just to help fill it up a little bit more, you can kind of split these in two. So I just put a second one right beside that little branch there. I'm going to split this one in two, just using the tip of the brush and dragging very lightly. You can use the teeny tiny brush if you want, if that helps you. But I like this one because it holds more paint, so I can kind of do a few little things at a time. So yeah, nothing complicated. I just do a couple here and there, and I'll be filling the rest up with leaves anyway, so I'm not worried about doing tiny little twigs here and there. I'm not worried about really detailing it up, just a little. Yeah, same brush, Mike. Sorry, there we go. Yeah, the medium round. So yeah, you can go down though if you'd rather do the teeny tiny one. If this helped with the roots, for example, maybe this would help a little bit better for the little twigs. Whoops, I just dropped it again. Yeah, the brush types, it's all very personal preference. If you feel like you want to move down a size or up a size, that's totally fine. Thanks, Star. UMG offer a similar bundle in Canada and the US, not international. It's such a nightmare. Jell, hello, just found out where you live. Oh yeah? That's a little concerning. Hopefully just the city. Welcome in though, nice to see you. How's it going? The running joke is if in doubt, use a medium round brush. It sure is. Yes, Mike, yeah, Cindy just tagged you on that. It's medium round is my go-to, you know, so. Ah, found out you were live. Oh, thank goodness. You know, Jelly, I was like, I've seen you before. This isn't someone coming in trying to like psych me out. I was like, I think they mean well. And I was like, you know what? I've said my city before, that's okay. But to come in to be like, I know where you live. It's like, oh, you were live. Okay, that makes way more sense. Thank you so much for clarifying. Listener's time to hack. No, I never thought you were hacking. I know I've seen you before and I was like, I don't think they would do that. Thank goodness though. I am live. Yes, welcome in. Hello. Has to be a way. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, the money owner. We all know who it is. I'm gonna do some leaves and then I'll keep catching up on comments here. Yeah, I see you all laughing at me. That's concerning. Let's do some leaves, everybody. I'm gonna use the medium round brush as is tradition. We're using some black paint. And I'm just going to use the tip of the brush. I'll zoom you in. I should have zoomed in, I guess, before, actually, but that's okay. And I'm just going to kind of just wipe the brush. So I don't like to tap it because I find tapping the brush for leaves, it makes them a little bit more messy. It kind of makes them blobby. So instead what I do is I just use the tip and I do small little stroke. So I'm just kind of moving it slightly. That was a bigger one, but you get the idea. Rather than tapping. Tapping, the bristles kind of spray out a little bit. You don't get a nice shape in my opinion, so I'm just kind of doing small brush strokes. I start very sparse to begin with. You can see there's barely any there. But I'm going to start filling it up a little bit more. And I'm also moving my brush, twisting my brush as I go so that all these leaves kind of go different directions. You're not going to have them all lined up like that. You're going to have them crisscrossing, filling up the space. You can see I stick them close to the end of the branches, so I'm not really going down here. You could fill up a little bit, but I think it's nice to keep them closer to the ends. I see chat. I'll be right there with you in a second. You can see how it just slowly fills up. I think the key is to not overdo it, just do a little bit at a time. I like to fill it up a lot more at the base here, so kind of in the middle of this bunch, and then keep them a little more sprawled out as they go. I think it's important to remember too, something that I've kind of realized as I do this, is that not all of them touch the branch. You know, they don't need to be all touching, they don't all need to be connected. You can have them floating around, and they'll still look kind of connected, you know? It's as if maybe there's some small little twigs we can't see there, and they're all just kind of hanging on for dear life, so if that helps you think of it that way, they don't all have to be touching something. They don't all have to be touching a branch. They can be kind of floating close by, and that's fine as well. So I'm just continuing up and around. I'm trying to kind of fill up and around like this. So here to here to here, anywhere near the ends of your branches. Okay, let's see here. Let's see if I misunderstood anything else. Our teacher in elementary told us to add up all the branches to be close to... Oh, really? Oh, that's a good idea. Like kind of the width of all of them, Poppy. That's a really good way to think about it. That's how you know if it's a good ratio. Really? Oh, thanks, Poppy. I think it's just kind of like after experience, I feel like I can eyeball it a little bit better, but that's a great way to think about it. Like I think I know what you mean. You kind of push them all together and then they're the same width of the trunk. That's a really good way of thinking of it. I'm going to use that if you don't mind. Next time I'm instructing trees. Goodness. Yeah. Sorry again, Jelly. I didn't think that was, I was like, maybe you just know the city. Anyway, whatever. Crisis averted. Stalk me everywhere, right? I know, for real. It's meant to be a joke, Diz, to be like, just stalk me, but yeah, that could be a thing. Maybe I shouldn't say that ever again. Stalk me everywhere, stupid auger. It's not your fault, it's my fault. Liam, welcome in. Hi, Erin. Hi, YouTube. Hi. How have you been, Liam? Did you have a relaxing break? As is tradition. The Canadians dip their hands in the pudding, as is tradition. Throwing the Captain Crunch down the aisle, as is tradition. Many represent various mass companies. So can right. So can. I mean, it adds up, but at the same time, like, it's what they gotta do, I think. In my opinion, like, this is a mess that they have on their hands. Me too. Sounds very complicated. Yeah, it does. But at the same time, it's not. It's just like, maybe you just pay it because you got billions, but just my opinion. I think the US equivalents are stock exchange. Never heard of those. I've heard of, whatever you said, SOCAN before. Crumpets, my computer died. Just getting back, I think. Oh, okay, Marion, no worries. If you have any questions, let me know. I feel like I've been going a little slower on these steps because I am quite chatty right now. Trying to keep with time, but honestly chatting a lot because it's been a week and a half since I've been on, so I'm saying hi to a lot of people. Hopefully that helped you is what I'm saying. Hopefully it delayed some of the steps. If you need any other things answered though, let me know. So again, see how I'm just going kind of around like this? I like to keep this all nice and open. You can of course fill up a little more if you want. I might tap a little extra, but yeah, I like the nice rounded look. Filling up all those little twigs, all those little points at the ends. To be fair, you should never dare strangers on the internet to stalk you. Fair. I thought it was just a little fun play about like follow me on the social medias, you know? Because quite literally that's all that that link is promoting, just follow me. It's kind of like stalking. But correct, maybe I shouldn't say that, to be fair. Stalk me everywhere, you know where I live. Ah! I'll remove it. I'll remove it. I'm getting better now. On the up now, good. Even though I've been looking after my parents, would also have become ill. You? Or are you saying who have also become ill, maybe? Getting better now on the up, even though I've been looking after my parents, would also. I think maybe who have also become ill. I'm sorry to hear, Liam. I hope everything's okay. I hope it's just like a little cold type scenario. It seems like everyone's getting little colds now with the season change and Christmas and all that. I hope it's nothing serious. I think so too, Groki. Sure, use that if you'd like to. I don't know why it's really... Yeah, no, it's sticking with me too. Yeah, no, I think that's right. I think that's totally right. And it makes sense because they're splitting off, you know? It's all the idea of keeping things natural with the tree. Erin, I'm up to over 70 paintings now. Are you going to give some to nursing homes again? I'm not quite at that stage to do that yet, Charlene, but probably in the new year eventually, yeah. I'm sure I could. Yeah, I'm not quite at that stage right now, but do you think you will with having 70 paintings? You totally could. Easily. Even like with 20 or 30 you could. Alright, that's how it's looking all together. I'll actually zoom back in a second because I'm going to do the swing and the people next, so just give a quick minute in case anyone's doing the tree here. Too many lawyers. I just love art. I love art too. That's why I teach it, because I want everyone to love it. Gliss, thanks for the follow and welcome in. Probably 100% true. And also almost gotta grab the paint wand to have another drink. Or just me. Oh, Mac. I've done it as many times as you can think. That's why I use this. Because it has a top on it and a straw, and it signifies to me, hi, this is drinkable. I actually do the opposite, Mac. What I used to do is I always used to dip my brush into my drinking water, and then it wrecked it, and that's bad, right? So once again, hard top, can't do it. Can't do it. Just a suggestion. I've learned the hard way multiple times. I agree. I mean, tonight is -4. Right. Guess they're getting close to profitability. Must are getting pretty anxious. Right. I see. Dang, you know the numbers, huh? Hard to get in the way. I understand, Charlene. Yeah, you don't have to. You can always take pictures of them, though. And then that way you have them as memories. No pressure, though. I always end up putting my brush in the drink. There you go. Marion knows it. I'm the opposite. I have a little stash of paintings set aside. Oh, that's nice, Allie. Oh, what if we... that's an idea. What if we, like, planned a day where we all kind of did that different areas? That would be so cool. I could encourage everybody to, like, save up their paintings, and I'll have a day where I go and everyone else goes around the same day. That would be so cool. They only make 300 million. Yeah, peanuts. For taxes. Yeah, of course. So you haven't struggled with putting the brush down the straw? Not yet. It would take a lot of concentration for me to go, I need to clean my brush. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I've heard, James. I've heard that's becoming an issue. Oh, thanks, Baguette. Just have a can when to pick up the water. Oh, no! I'm glad you caught it, though. I'm glad you caught it. These are under the sea painting as background. Oh, yeah? Oh, cool. With the, like, beam of light. I like that background a lot. I did that and painted cab party once. What's that? Drank the paint water? Okay, let's zoom in and I'll teach you about the little figures that we have on our painting. So I chose to make 2, and that kind of just spawned naturally. So again, when I create these paintings, I'm actually live on Twitch and talking to people and kind of spitballing ideas and listening to what the chat says. And I initially had the idea of someone swinging, again, like kind of swinging into the new year, and I thought that's where it was going to end. And then we had people suggest the lanterns, and I was like, okay, but we need someone releasing the lanterns. So I have 2 figures here. I'll have a girl swinging and a boy releasing some lanterns. You can mix that up however you want. You can do many figures, less figures, whatever you like. But I have kind of those 2 elements. Swinging into the new year, releasing the lanterns, wishes, things to let go of, any of that good stuff. So I'll just start with the swing. So I'm going to start with black paint on my teeny tiny brush. And if I can make a suggestion, just because I'm doing smaller figures and smaller lines and stuff, I kind of water down the black a little bit. It makes it a little easier to do thin lines with. If you use very thick paint that's not watered down, it might be harder to make thinner lines. So just grab a little water on your brush, kind of dip it in the water, put it in some black paint, and that'll allow it to be thinner for some thinner lines. Okay, so I'm going to do the swing kind of swinging to the right. You can see it's angled. I'm going to zoom in here too, actually, so you can really see. There we go. See, she's swinging off to the right. So I'm doing 2 lines that go angled to the right. And I'm attaching them, of course, to that branch up top. I'm leaving a little bit of room on the bottom because I need some room for the legs. So there's 1. Oh, that's a little thicker. There's 2, and they're going to be angled at the end here. Ooh, I'd prefer not, Charlene. I think the intention when I teach these paintings is that they are either enjoyed by the people making them or given away for free. So if I can make a request, I'd prefer that doesn't happen. These are designs that I created for the specific reason of free tutorials and just, you know, spreading art in that way rather than selling. So appreciate your thought on that. Tips and sweaty workout things. I'm back. Yes, because you didn't miss the final product. No, of course not. We still got a little to go. Drink the water, cut my brushes. My lips like, don't put the wine. First time. Sad days. Yep. It doesn't matter how many times I tell myself this, it still happens. Listening to chat? Yeah, I listen. Come on, Todd. You guys contribute to all my paintings. I'm trying, Star. Yeah, I think I should be able to finish it up, but we'll see. That's nice, Diz. Liam Lollipop, welcome in. We got 2 Liams in the chat now. Welcome in. Yo, Nessa, what's up? Yo, yo. How was your holiday? Yes, you do. I recently went through my my things and I kind of switched some things up. So yeah, you're welcome. No worries, Flying Socks. We're good. We're just doing the little figures now. Sounds good. No worries, Charlene. All right, so on the swing, we're just doing a nice flat board. So you can see it's angled. It doesn't go straight across, and it's just kind of like a nice little wooden board. So just a nice rectangle for the seat. Nothing fancy. Yeah, Star, I'll try my best here. I do my best to manage talking to chat and then teaching as well. I think we should be good for just around 9 o'clock ending. We'll see, though. There might be a couple extra steps. Not a whole lot left, though. You got a Yeti for Christmas? A Yeti. Like the microphone? A real Yeti? Like the swingy mic? That's exciting, if so. Alright, starting this figure here, so we have a head, so I'm going to start with just an oval. Anywhere kind of in the top left area in between the 2 strings of the swing. So an oval or egg shape, however you want to think of it. Like it's maybe you go to such a children's hospital, they're always so thankful. Yeah, plus you've been putting together goodie bags. Yes! Yeah, we've done that too. Yeah, toothbrushes and things. I know. Well, TJ, I've done it before. I've gone to retirement homes and given them out, and it's unbelievable. I'll talk more about it in a second. Next, I'm just going to do a shoulder and an arm. So I do kind of a little line out to the right here. I do a bending arm, so it comes down to the right and then up to hang on to the string. Rope. It's not really a string. It's more of a rope, isn't it? And then I just kind of bring the left-hand side down, kind of flush with the other rope. You can see how the body is starting to form here. Bring it in and out. So that was a little quick. I'll go again here. So I did the shoulder, which comes out to the right and then down, back up, because the arm is coming out to reach up to that rope. I brought the body in and then over because the leg is going to be coming over. That's why I bring it back out to the right. And otherwise, this is all just filled in here. It's just a body right in there. Okay. Yes, the mic. Cool! When are you going to stream? Yeah, TJ, I've done it before. I've done it a few times. Obviously, when it's not COVID, I go in and usually I'm coordinating with a manager there. And the manager will actually set up like an afternoon activity for the residents in the home. And they either just like give them out, so they just say like choose whatever paintings you want, or they'll make a game out of it. Like they'll be like roll the dice, and if you get a 6, then you get to choose a painting. One actually made they handed out Monopoly money to all the seniors, and the seniors would bid on the paintings with the limited money that they had. They'd be like $5, $6, $7, and then like highest bidder got the painting. I thought it was so cute. They were all sitting down and just bidding on paintings with Monopoly money. It was the best. It's just a fun activity, and then they get art out of it too, so it was really cute. Okay, I'm gonna do some legs here. So the legs just kind of hang down. So the right hand leg here just kind of swings down, kind of from where the body was ending on the little seat here. So come down like this. And then just a little tick mark out for a little foot. So you can see very simple shapes. I'm not doing any sort of fancy stuff or toes or anything or shoes. And then the other leg just kind of comes down on the left-hand side. Same thing, just a little tick mark out for a foot. And that way you can see it makes it look like it's kind of sitting down and the legs just hang down from there. Thinking the Yeti brand cooler. I debated for a quick second. I was like, no, I know Nessa's talked to me about the microphone before, and she's probably getting streaming stuff. Egg. You got it. Egg, egg, egg. I still have that photo on my phone, Hokey Mama. I love it so much. I looked at it during the holidays and I was like, egg, egg, egg. I think I accidentally gave the swing girl a horse head. Oh no! well, she can have a horse head, or if you want, Mike, excuse me, you can let the black dry and use the pink to just kind of shape up whatever you want. So you can use the pink to chop up anything or smooth out anything, make things smaller. Maybe the hair will hide it. I'm actually about to add some hair. So my girl has nice long hair, and I'm just kind of using my brush to string it back. So I'm just doing small little strokes, filling up that area so it's nice and filled up right at the base of the head, and then it just kind of separates near the ends there. Maybe that'll help. Maybe it'll look less horse-heady. Try that. Was far more excited to think someone received and is now realizing a baby, right? I was like, wait a sec. A real Yeti? Then it's a horse girl, right? Ooh, Nessa, you've got lots of stuff. Do you think you'll be putting it together soon? Yeah, make it a centaur. Exactly. You guys got it. You just gotta work with it sometimes. Maybe one of these days we'll get... Oh, do you know Liam Elvin? I maybe missed that. I don't think I've seen Liam Lollipop before. Do a painting too with me. He's with me and always asks if I'm hanging. Oh, really? Like physically in your home, Elvin? Or you mean on Twitch? This is fun. Now I know this connection. Excellent, excellent. It's precious. Yeah, it was so cute. That's amazing. It's what we did for... Yes. Alberta Children's never did a senior home. No, please keep my mind. Yeah, well, there's no reason, TJ. It's just that I always had trouble getting in contact with hospitals. I could never find like a manager wanting to put something together like that for the hospital, and I feel like they have, I don't know, like more professional, not professional art, but yeah, kind of just like local artists who put their little nameplate on things rather than me just like giving out the art. I don't know. They just never seemed interested. I never was able to get in contact. I was always moved around to different people, and I was like, okay, I guess we're not going to do this. So yeah, seniors homes, they just want fun activities, right? So it was very easy to get that organized. All right, let's do the second figure here. So for this one's hairless. This one's just a little egg on top. So we're going to start with an egg just above the little island here, and I kind of keep it off to the right. Of course, you saw that I moved over here so that this person is, you know, releasing the lantern out into the sky, kind of right at the edge of the piece of land here. So we're starting with an egg. It was fun, Jen. That's good, Nessa. You let us know. Vlogiston, thank you for subbing. I'm so sorry that took so long. I've been catching up on comments here. Thank you so much for resubscribing for 3 months. Nice to see you. So much love for this. Thank you. So much love for you. Thank you, Vlogiston. I really hope you had a great holiday. I'm just popping on for a quick tutorial right now, and I'll be back online fully next week. So I'll see you then. And I hope you're hanging out and enjoying. Thank you, Vlogiston, so much. Camera problems, need to address that. He's been bad. Why has he been bad? Is he scaring people again? So that's all I gotta say. Oh dear. Oh, okay, Elvin, that's good to know. Thank you. I love knowing that kind of stuff. Liam Lollipop. Okay. Good to know. He's always asking if you're with the buns. Oh, now he can hang with the buns too. Welcome in, Liam. I'm so happy. All right, we're gonna continue this little figurine here. We're just doing a quick little neck, so just a quick little line down with the black. Using boxes, gotta figure it. Right. Yeah, if you need help, Nessa, let me know. I won't be that much help because I still don't really understand my own setup, but lots of people who will. Lots of people here who will. I'm happy to do my best to help you, but just warning you, I'm not the best. Okay, next we're doing some shoulders, so we're just doing 2 angled lines coming down to the left and right. And again, I keep this very simple, so I'm just gonna do like a torso now, so coming down to the sides, filling in. Stopping before the end because we want to separate to do some legs. Hairless egg. It's just an egg. Egg. Okay, yeah, Nessa. If I can help you with basics, I'm here, but otherwise, use the community as you like. A lot of people very knowledgeable here. Very friendly and knowledgeable. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm just splitting into 2 legs, so I'm just pulling my brush down from the torso, going a little left, a little right. So you're creating a nice open V shape in the middle. My person has very short legs. Mine does too, and that's fine. I think my original did too, honestly, but that's okay. What you could do too is once the black dries, you can create your orange again and kind of use it to split upwards more, kind of just raise the waist up a little bit by creating more space in between the legs. But like finish it off, see how it looks, and then you can always do that a little later if you need to. Allie, thank you for the follow. Okay, and then I'm just doing 2 straight lines coming out as arms. Again, nothing fancy, I promise. It is just like the most simple, you know, shape I could possibly do here. One on top of the other, a little bit of space in between them. One is probably a little longer than the other, but that's about all. And we will put a lantern there momentarily. Or add horizontal black to look as if he is on his knees. True, that's true. Yeah, because you could be doing that, kind of more like resting. You can just do 2 little lines coming out. That's a good idea, Poppy, if you want to do the whole torso down. Proportion. Yeah, mine's a little short. He's just further out. He's just further away, okay? The island goes way far that way, you know? And he's just way further that way. She's in the foreground, he's in the background. That's how it is. Definitely. Totally on purpose. Here we go. Great. Zoom out. There we go. Okay. Oh, I guess one more thing. Sorry, I forgot there was one more silhouette item that we have to do. A couple more, actually. We have the little grass in here, and then I wanted to do some leaves floating away. So I'm just going to keep using the teeny tiny brush for that. I will zoom in one more time here. Just to fill up the island a little bit more. I'm just going to grab some black paint. Again, I like to water it down just a little bit so that it's a little bit thinner and easier to make thin lines with. And I'm just going to use my brush and flick it upwards. So I'm just going from the bottom here, flicking up, and create some grass. So I'm flicking up a little taller to begin with, getting a little shorter. Because I just kind of stacked it close to the tree. I didn't want to fill up my whole island. Just wanted to add a little something extra up there. Filling it up a little bit more at the base. Just so it looks nice and thick at the bottom and then kind of disperses along the top. There we go. Something like that. You can, of course, bring it all the way out if you want, do some more things, but that's about what I'm doing there. And if I zoom out, you can see it there. Cool. Just a little something extra. Praying, wishing for me. Exactly! Yeah. Yeah, totally planned. You got it. Yeah, I've seen photos of people releasing the lanterns more, like, tilted down. Yeah. Thank you, Ewok. I appreciate it. I'm glad you like it. Is it the colors? Is it the concept? Like, there's a lot of meaning behind it. I really tried to get a lot of symbolism in there, so I'm not sure what you're maybe resonating with. Today, but I'm still very much a fan. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Poppy. I'm glad. I'm still continuing to improve it too, promise. I'm still doing like different layouts on screen and all that. I'm trying to improve it before the new year actually, so I'm hoping next tutorial we'll see a big change with everything. Just in terms of cleanliness too, of like the whole, you know, borders that I can't point to, but you know, you see on screen, so we'll get there. Alright, so the last little silhouette I'm doing is just some little leaves. So I'm just using the small brush just because that's what I was using, and it's a little more delicate. And I just like to bring some leaves that are floating away. So again, part of the symbolism, kind of letting things kind of fall away, you know. We're going on to a new year, we can kind of let go of things. Things are kind of blowing away off into the distance. We can kind of look back at them, but we don't need to stick with them, you know. Take our learnings and just let all the rest blow away. So I'm just tapping my brush, giving small little brush strokes. That way there's a little bit more of a shape. Rather than splotching against it, I'm doing a small brush stroke, small brush stroke, small brush stroke, just with the tip of the brush. And I keep it very loose. You can see I kind of have a trail going down here. Some are coming up here. I don't really line them all up. You can see I kind of just make them go all in the same area, so it looks like there's a big kind of bunch of them floating away. And that's probably enough. I don't want to fill it up too much with that. Love the colors, texture on the island. Cool! A little girl about to be yeeted into the abyss. 1, 2. She's like 3. Wee. That's funny, you are. yeeting into the new year. That's a way to look at it, right? I was like swinging into the new year. You're like yeet yourself into the new year. That works too. Excellent. All right, so not a whole lot left actually, everybody. So for those hoping to finish up, I think I can get that for you before 9 here, or by 9 at least, maybe a couple minutes over. I'll do the lanterns next, and then we're just highlighting. That's really all that's left, is some lanterns and highlighting. So for our lanterns, I chose to do 2 different kinds just so we have a little bit of a variety. Both of them use a yellow base, so you can see how there's a yellow base on this one and a yellow base on this one. The only difference is in the first one that the little boy is holding here, the yellow is the glow and the orange is the darker color on top. And then in this one, the white is the glow and the yellow is the darker color on top. So it just gives you 2 different varieties there. You can do all the same, you can do all different if you want, but I'm gonna start by doing a yellow base for each, and then I'll be stroking on orange and white either on top or bottom as I prefer. So I'm using the, what do you guessed, medium round brush. With yellow paint mixed with a little bit of white. So again, it's going to be yellow, but mix it with a little bit of white so that it sticks on top of all of our other colors. So lots of yellow, a little bit of white. That way it sticks on top of all of our bright and dark colors in the painting. So, I like using this brush because I find it kind of naturally creates the shape that I want for the lantern. You might have to do a little bit of playing around, but for the most part, I'm going to show you what I did here. So because it's a round brush, you can see it kind of comes to a tip at the top here and then kind of widens out at the bottom, which is the perfect shape to use to make a lantern. All I do is I start at the top of the lantern, press down and pull down, maybe a couple of times just to widen it out a little bit, but you can see how a tip on the top is being formed with some straight edges because they have kind of like a tipped top. And then I do the same thing coming from the bottom. So I'm going from the bottom up. And again, you're creating a little tip on the bottom with those straight lines on the edges. And that's a basic lantern shape. It's not perfect, of course, but again, you can see how it kind of arches on the top or comes to a point at the top, arches or comes to a point at the bottom, and that's the whole shape. So just to be clear, I'm doing the whole shape in yellow for all of the shapes. Doesn't matter which lantern color I'm looking at, I'm doing all of these in plain yellow to begin with, so I'll do a plain yellow one in his hands here. And again, I use the brush just flat like this, pulling up or down to, yeah, up to down or down to up. If you'd like to go in with a detail brush to kind of fix it up in any way, you can. But I'm just telling you, it's pretty easy if you want to do it a little loosely just with this one brush. Let's do another up here. So pulling down. And then pulling up. Cute. I'm just going to zoom out so you can see the whole painting together, but really I'm just adding lanterns anywhere kind of off to the right from where this little guy is here. So I have the one in his hands, everything else is just floating off. You can do some up here, some on the side. I'll throw on a couple more for us here. Love a good yeet. Yeet your way into 2021. And some of them might be a little bigger or taller, some of them might be a little wider. That's fine. It's all about variety. I like the idea of having them all a little bit different. And when I was making this painting, again, I think lanterns, mostly are symbolic of wishes. So these could be your wishes for the new year. They could also be things you're letting go of from last year, or this year still rather. So if you want to think of things as you're making them, like things that you hope to happen, just like promises to yourself, goals, anything like that, that might be a nice little activity to do just to kind of consider that next year can be better, because not to say this year totally sucked, but for most, it wasn't the greatest. I understand that. So if you want to like amp yourself up for the next year by thinking about different little goals and different things you want to accomplish, do that as you make these little lanterns. Or like I said, think about things you want to let go of and just forget about and say, this is the lantern for this, and now I'm not going to think about it anymore. You know? You're letting it fly away, never to be seen again. Either way, you can do a bit of both. Here's Lanterns, I think, is a good name. Oh, thank you, Star. Yes. I didn't mention that, I guess, did I, at the start? If anyone has a good name for the painting, let me know, because it will be on YouTube. Need some good names. My yellow is actually very opaque, so that's great. Yeah, Jasmine, that's the same. So try adding a little more white in there. You might, you know, it might help. If it doesn't, you could always do a second layer on top. That might help too. Yeet it into the abyss. Thank you, Miko. Learn to paint, yeet it into the abyss. Acrylic painting tutorial on YouTube. Search for yeet. Thank you, Jed. Welcome in as well. Nice to see you. Yeah, you got the lanterns all ready to go. Isn't that funny? People were being gifted those lantern emotes while I was creating this painting. I was like, what do you know? What do you know? Okay, I do one more here. No particular reason. I'm not counting my wishes and or things I'm letting go of. But again, make the number symbolic to you, even if it's just a number of things, you know? You could do that. Just some ideas. So once I have those yellow bases on, now what I can do is start to just color them up one way or the other. So I can either add a shadow, not a shadow necessarily, just a little bit of a darker color by adding some orange on the tops of the lanterns, or lighten them up by adding a bit of white on the bottoms of the lanterns. So we're trying to keep the lightest color on the bottom, so it's either going to be yellow against the orange, or it'll be white against the yellow. So I'm going to start with orange here. I'm just using the same brush. I'm mixing together yellow with a little bit of red just to make kind of like a light orange. And for some of the lanterns, I'm just going to use the orange and kind of stroke from the top down. And I'm going to leave the bottom open, so it looks like we have a nice kind of dark top and a lighter bottom where the light is. So I'm not doing that to every single one, just going a couple here. So starting at the top, just stroking down. It doesn't need to blend or anything, it just kind of rests right on top of the yellow. Maybe I'll do one or two more. And there's one there. Again, if you want to use a detail brush, you can. I find just using this one is fine, just to get a nice like even stroke. The bristles all kind of spread out and evenly distribute the paint. It's true, James. No, I can relate. Yeah, I hope so, Ewok. I hope it continues, even in Discord or something we can all watch there. Swing into the new year for the name. Maybe it's a little long, though. No, I like it, Jasmine. It's kind of what I was thinking when I was making it, too. Just swinging into the new year. So I like that a lot. Aaron, it could be yeeting 2020 into the abyss. Oh my gosh. Maybe a name idea could be simply Goodbye 2020. Maybe. It's tough, because it's like I want it to be positive. I can acknowledge that, like, this year wasn't the best, but... You know, swinging into the new year was kind of my concept initially, because it's like, at least we can just, like, start it on a good note, you know? It's not as much about, like, this year sucked. But yes, goodbye 2020 for sure. It's just, I like to think more of the positive. That's why I keep saying, think about your goals for the new year and what you can be wishing for and stuff, you know? But yeah, also goodbye 2020. If it doesn't have yeet in it, I'm not okay with this. You gotta stick yeet in there. By which I mean to be officially goodbye 2020, we have yet yeeted into the abyss, so we'd like to stop now. There you go, of course. Alright, so my second lanterns, as I described, but I'll show you now, is just grabbing some white and stroking that at the bottom of the remaining ones. So here's one that doesn't have orange, so I'm just stroking white at the bottom. That way it makes it look like it's glowing from the bottom and a little darker on the top. Just gonna grab my brush and continue that. So it's lighter there, lighter here, there, and there. So it just creates a little bit more of a two-tone. Yeah, and Jasmine was saying earlier her yellow is a little transparent. Same. I mean, look at that. This one up here, when it's against the darker colors, that's when it really becomes a problem. You can see this one doesn't look super transparent, but this one does. So I mean, if I really wanted, I could go back and add a second layer of yellow. I'm sure that would help. I will not be right now. Because you could even think of it too, as Jasmine and everyone else, that the lanterns are a little bit transparent, right? It's not going to be a solid yellow color. The lanterns are very paper thin. So the idea that you kind of see through them might actually help with the look, in my opinion, but totally up to you. If you want it brighter, just let it dry for another couple minutes, put some yellow right on top. That'll help a lot. Yes, we're 2 minutes from 9, so I'm going to get some of these highlights done. The last steps are very straightforward, everybody. We're simply highlighting. So you can see in the original, we have our yellows, our oranges, and some red. And what I do is I just use those to highlight different elements on the island here to make them pop a little bit more. I mean, I think it looks nice the way it is. You can see it's a nice contrast against these lighter colors, but I found up here especially, leaves got very lost. We don't really see what's happening because it's against the dark sky. So to help with that, I added some highlights on top just to help really make these leaves glow and sparkle, and then I just kind of went a little crazy and did it everywhere. So that's what I'm doing now. So for all of that, I'm going to use my teeny tiny round brush. I'm going to start with yellow for no particular reason. You can start with whatever color you want. But I'm once again using yellow mixed with a little bit of white, because mine is transparent. And I will start just by adding some small little strokes on top of my leaves on the right-hand side. So I kind of stuck with anything a little closer to the right is yellow, and then it kind of gets darker and darker off to the left. So once again, I'm just using the tip of the brush, doing small little brush strokes anywhere on top of my black silhouette leaves here. So even if there's a big clump, I'll just continue to do a couple little strokes, spacing them out a little bit more. So I'm not trying to cover up all the black, I'm just trying to add kind of on top a little bit here and there. See how that's happening? So you still see the black in the background, but the yellow is just kind of resting on top in a few small little areas. I'm going to trail it up a little bit more, just kind of dispersing it a little bit more as I go. They get less and less up here. I like to add some highlights even on the leaves that are kind of floating away. That's totally up to you. If you don't like that look, you do not have to, but I'm just going to add a few here and there, maybe closer to the tree. And you can just add yellow again, wherever you want to highlight. I chose to do a couple quick little flicks of my brush on top of the black just to get a little highlight here. Maybe along this edge, for example, just doing a couple little strokes with your brush, kind of following the nice kind of curvy edge. If you want to get detailed, you can add some in the root systems. I did not really do that, I'm just demonstrating to show you. Top of the island. Looks like I didn't highlight the two bodies here. I will with some orange for the girl, but it doesn't look like I did any yellow. So again, all up to you though. That would look beautiful if you did like the side of the face or just the right-hand edge of any of the bodies, so feel free to do that. Goodbye 2020 is good. I'm just being a punk. No, you're not. I think the yeet is good. Forgot to say this at the start. I mentioned in a while you were creating it, write your wishes for the new year on the canvas. Right. Yeah, so Phoenix was kind of working off my idea and saying quite literally you could write the things on the lanterns. If you want to make them so known, you could like put little notes to yourself or like symbols or words. I think that's a fantastic idea, Phoenix. I love the idea of like, you know, visually representing what you want to be achieving. Love the idea of the title being used somewhere as well here for sure. Have a more colorful word. Oh, thank you, Grok, Jen. Those are the socials links. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you my tree more time. No worries. Yeah, sounds good, Mike. Yeah, it'll probably dry in like a couple minutes, but if you need a little more time, then all good. You can take your time. I'm just gonna add a couple more little highlights here. So again, I'm just working my way around to the other colors. I'm gonna do an orange next. So orange, for those who forgot, is made by mixing yellow and red together. And it's the same thing. I'm just going to start applying that kind of a little further over to the left of the tree rather, and the leaves. And again, this is where you can really start to see them pop out from the dark kind of purple area. It was all getting lost up there, but now that we add our little highlights, we can really see them pull through. You can mix them a little bit with the yellow. You can move them a little further to the left. I'm going to add some to some little black leaves coming off here. Maybe some down here that I missed. Looks like I did some grass. Maybe a little bit on the top. Because remember too, like if you ever go overboard with this highlighting, you can always just let it dry and put black on top, right? So if you do a line or two that you're like, oh, I don't really like that, let it dry, black on top. You don't need to think about it anymore. Putting some orange down kind of on the bottom area. And I'll give a quick minute, and then all I'm doing is I'm doing the last part with red, just because I wanted all the nice warm colors. We have the yellow, we have the orange, then we'll have red as well. You could even highlight with white if you want. I would think white would be pretty bright compared to, well, obviously it'll be bright compared to all the other colors. Personally, I wanted to keep white just for the stars and for the lanterns because that's a light source as well. But yeah, in theory, if you wanted to really highlight anything, you could do just a touch of white, just maybe on the faces, on the very right-hand side, especially where it's like close to the lighter colors down here, just as an idea, but all optional. All right, so I'm just adding my last color here, which is red, and I would recommend adding the tiniest a bit of white to your red, even though technically that means you're changing it kind of like to a hot pink. It'll help it show up a little bit better on top of the black paint, right? So if you want to add just a tiny bit of white to your red, I think that'll help you just to see it on top of the black. If you were to use just plain red on top of the black, you can see the difference. There were a couple strokes over here. These are a couple strokes with white in there. It's a little bit brighter. If you're to do it without white, it'll probably just become so transparent that you won't see it. So I know it looks a tad pink, but if you use lots and lots of red with just a tiny bit of white, it should come off as mostly red to the viewer. So I'm just sprinkling those on the same as I did before, just going up in the leaves there, keeping them nice and spread out. We can go along the left-hand side of the trunk or whatever side you like. Maybe along the back of the girl on the swing here, or like in the hair. And just small little strokes wherever you're going, just small strokes kind of lining the edges a little bit of whatever you're trying to highlight. Left-hand side here. Yeah, so I have the whole thing framed now. We had the grass, the trunk, and the leaves. I'm gonna do a few more leaves, I guess. I don't want to miss out on those. There we go. So I have all the colors in those floating leaves now. They're all just kind of dispersed. I didn't really do a certain order to those. I didn't stick specific colors anywhere. They all just kind of dispersed in the end. So versus this was more like yellow, orange, red. Same thing over here, yellow, orange, red. That's my strategy. All right, as predicted, I'm a couple minutes past 7, or past 9 rather. But close enough, I guess. It was roughly 2 hours. Considering the fact that I probably started painting 10 minutes after, I think I kept it at 2 hours. I think so. So at this point, as always, I recommend you sign your painting. That's always the last step to every painting, giving it a little signature. So I'm going to do that too. Right at the bottom here. I'm using like a nice pink just to make it blend in with everything else that's there. And that really finalizes your painting. Signing it, it means you're done. It means you can't touch it anymore. Sometimes I need to do that to tell myself to stop touching it. It's just give it a little signature. So that's what I do. But it's always good just to sign your work too, just to like be proud of it. You did this, you know? Charlene, my man has a fat head, lol, and my lanterns are too fat. Oh no! I mean, like I said before, Charlene, if you let the black dry, you could use those other colors just to kind of shape those up. So as long as the black is dry, use some pink, use some orange, and just kind of go on top of the black. That way you can like shrink it up if you need to. Yeah. Let's see here. Okay. So, my ending spiel before everybody leaves. Thanks for coming, everybody. First of all, most importantly, thanks for coming. Yo, it's the end of the year. This is weird. This feels all sentimental now, but yeah, it's been great to be able to continue to do these. I'm still doing them in the new year. I don't know why I'm like, it's been great, haha. I'm doing them just the same starting next week. So we're just going into a new year of doing them. But again, it means so much to me that everyone continues to enjoy these, everyone continues to show up for these and paint live with me or just hang out while I'm painting. So just like the biggest thank you for everyone for being here all the time, whether it's for tutorials or regular streams or whatnot. It's just mind-blowing and amazing to me that this many people want to learn how to paint, and I want to continue teaching everybody. So I will be continuing to do this beginning as early as next week. I haven't posted a tutorial for next week, but I have it planned already. For those who watch me on Twitch, you'll recognize this from months ago. I've been saving it for a time like this where I didn't have a lot of paintings to book, I guess, for my tutorials. So I'm bringing back a nice little beach. I'm doing a beach next week. I haven't posted it, but it'll be next Friday at 8 p.m. EST. Here, I'll maybe put it here. And I figure it's just because, like, we're in January. It's going to be cold, depending on where you are. Probably cold, though. We could all escape to the beach right now. I know I could. I would love to travel to the beach right now, but I can't. So I'm going to paint it instead. So that's what I'm doing next week on Friday. Just a nice, like, you know, sunset vibe, nice palm tree, a nice seagull with no seagulls there because he's a rebel. This was fun. We did this, like, months ago. So you can look out for that event. I'll post it on Facebook and all the other social medias. Thank you, Grok. You can click all those and subscribe wherever you want or follow. Don't stalk me. Just follow me. Okay. But yeah, this will be next Friday. If anyone was painting tonight and wants to post photos of their painting, I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Left desktop. Don't worry about this. I'm just editing it to make permissions available to post. There we are. Save. Update. Cool. So, if you go to the erinbunpaints Facebook page and go to inbox, or not inbox, excuse me, that's wrong. Go to events. Go to my inbox. You can find the event that this corresponded to. So here it is right here, December 30th at 7 p.m. You can see the nice photo there. Go to discussion. You can now add a post. You can add a post with your lovely painting there, a nice little message if you prefer. And I'm sure you'll see lots of other paintings as well to compliment and comment on. So go there if you want to share your photos. You can go to Discord to share your photos. You can go to Instagram to share your photos. All of those work. Tag me if you're on Instagram. I'm erinbunpaints on Instagram. Or you can go to Discord and share in the Art Share channel. There we go. What else do I say? Yeah, tutorial next Friday. I won't be streaming the rest of the week. I will be back on my regular streaming schedule next week. So if anyone's wanting to just hang out with me on Twitch, because I stream all the time on Twitch just painting. I'm not necessarily teaching a step-by-step tutorial, but sometimes I'm making step-by-step tutorial painting. Sometimes I'm working on personal things. So if you want to just hang out and chat, because sounds like we're in lockdown again, depending on your area. Yeah, I can help keep you company. I can, just hang out and hopefully give you a little bit of entertainment throughout your day. And again, it helps me for you to be tuning in, so I appreciate everybody doing that. If anyone's looking to support me more directly, financially, I have options there. What is the command? I think it's tips. People always ask for, yeah, there we go, like Interact e-transfer. There's an email right there. There's a PayPal there. If you use the Streamlabs link, that'll actually allow the donation to like pop up live on stream right now. So that's very fun. So yeah, all of those are available to you. They're not required. They're not expected. They're just always appreciated. So they are there if you're looking for them. Thank you for those who are continuing to use those. Lots of ums today. I think that's all. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna hang out to chat. I'm not like shutting down right now, but just in terms of like wrapping up the tutorial, that's it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for continuing to come. Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Hope you had a good holiday. And this will be on YouTube within the week. So there you go. That's my spiel. Now we can chat for a little bit.